Today I'm making banana bread. It is so yummy, so moist, but besides that, it's the perfect thing to make this holiday season. I know I usually am making dozens and dozens of Christmas cookies, but this year it's a little different because what am I gonna do with all these Christmas cookies I'm making? And banana bread is perfect when you just wanna make something simple and easy. It's easy to store, and you can just enjoy it among like 2 to 4 people. I mean, me and my fiance eat banana bread. We eat the whole loaf by ourselves, so it's not hard to achieve. So let me show you how to make this awesome banana bread recipe. It all starts with some dry ingredients. We're going to add them into a big bowl here. We have just some flour. Pop that right in. Get it all in there. No waste. And then I have some baking soda. And I'll tell you in a second why I'm using baking soda and not baking powder. But first I'm gonna just drop all of this brown sugar into our bowl. This is just light brown sugar, quite a bit of it. And the reason why I'm using baking soda is baking soda actually needs an acid to interact with all the other ingredients to get something to rise. Baking powder, you don't need any acid, but did you know that light brown sugar and bananas that are brown have acid in them? I did not know this until I looked it up today, but when I was making this recipe, I was like, baking powder, baking soda? Fun fact, baking soda will work well in this recipe. So you're gonna take a whisk and you're just going to whisk all of the dry ingredients together. You could put this in a big mixer and use the whisk attachment too, but to me, this just works just fine. So we're gonna try to get all of those little balls of sugar here to mix right into the flour and into the baking soda. All of our ingredients, our dry ingredients, are mixed in well, and it's time for some banana action. So I bought some bananas 2 days ago, and you're probably thinking to yourself, how in the world would I brown bananas this quickly? Well, I used to use the brown bag method where you basically just stick the bananas in a brown paper lunch bag, seal it up, and let them sit for like 24 to 48 hours. Well, that works sometimes. Sometimes it just takes a really long time to brown the bananas in a bag. So I actually learned this trick from my mother. You put these bananas in the oven at 300 for about 10 minutes or so, and they turn nice and brown or almost black. And this is just as good as letting them ripen naturally, believe it or not. They're gonna be nice and soft inside. So basically, you're gonna need some brown bananas. You're gonna peel your bananas, make sure they're cooled. You don't wanna be handling something super hot, but just peel them. Pop them all in a bowl, not a bag. Oop. Little stem fell off. Look how perfect they come out too. See, they still look nice and intact. They're just a little warm and a little bit softer. One more. Oop. Okay, so then you're gonna take a potato masher, or you can puree this and be super fancy, puree it in like a food processor or blender. But to me, just the old-fashioned arms are going to work through these bananas really well. So you're basically just gonna mash them until they're completely mashed and pureed, and you can't really see individual chunks of banana anymore. Okay, our bananas are all mashed, and it's time for me to go get our wet ingredients and our mix-ins. Okay, so it's time to put our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients and add all of our mix-ins. So the first step is to take some melted butter and put it right into our dry ingredients. Get all that goodness. And then we have some vanilla extract here. I really like the real vanilla extract. It just makes all the difference. And then I have an egg. You know I have cracking egg problems here, so let's see if I can not get any shells. Looks like I did well. And we're not going to leave this egg just as is. We're gonna put it in a separate bowl and we're going to beat it, whisk it all together. And what this does is it's going to make our batter nice and fluffy. If we just leave it as is, you're gonna notice that the batter is a little bit too dense. So this will make it nice and light and fluffy. Okay, put that right in. Get every drop. Voila. And then we're going to take a nice spoon and we're just going to mix all of this together just until it's combined. Okay, all the ingredients are nicely combined and looking moist. I know some people don't like that word. Me neither. I don't know why I just used that. We're gonna take our banana and we're gonna add it into our big bowl. Perfect. And we're going to mix this all together. Give it a good mix. So this is the consistency that you want when you're done mixing. And it's time to add our mix-ins. So I have here some chopped walnuts. You can either use no nuts, you can use peanuts, or you can even toast these walnuts. Just throw them in the oven at like 350 for 8 to 10 minutes or so until they're nice and toasty. It'll add another dimension. Throw those in. I also have some dark chocolate chips. I'm a chocolate sucker, so I just love my chocolate chips in my banana bread, but you could also use peanut butter chips, or you could use milk chocolate, or obviously no chocolate at all. We're just gonna stir all of the mix-ins in until the batter looks kind of uniform throughout. Last step is putting our batter into our greased pan here. This is just like a loaf pan. I think, let's see, it is 5 by 9. I think there's other loaf pans that are maybe like 4 by 8 or something, but I use my 5 by 9. That's pretty standard for a loaf cake. And I'm going to pour all the batter in here. And after I'm done pouring, I'm gonna shake the pan just to even out the batter so it's in a single layer. Okay, give it a nice shake. This will even the batter out. And we're going to place this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 50 to 60 minutes. And at 40 minutes, you might want to check your loaf to see if you need to put a little bit of foil on the top of it, just so it doesn't get too brown on the top. Let's bake it. Be bread, be bread, be bread, be bread. Yes, it's done. I tested the bread with a toothpick and the toothpick came out with just a little bit of coarse crumbs on there, no batter, so we're all good. I'm so excited. Let's see if I can get it out of this pan. It's still pretty hot, but I'm just so excited. I don't want to wait anymore. So I'm just gonna loosen the edges with a knife. It should come out pretty easily if we greased our pan enough. All right. So, what you do is you flip, just like this. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I was holding my breath, if you couldn't tell. It would have been a disaster. So you can let it cool like this, or you can even flip it one more time so that it's resting kind of face side up, but I'm a little nervous. I don't want it to break. Okay, I did it. Woo, beautiful. I'm going to cut right into this. I cannot wait to show you how beautiful this loaf is. And the reveal. Oh man, look at this. If you can see through the steam, it is so moist. I said it again. It has the perfect ratio of chocolate chips and walnuts, and I can't wait to give it a try. I'm even gonna try the end piece because it's that moist. I'll stop. Okay, I'm digging in. The end is actually amazing. It has a little bit of like caramelization. It is just like absolutely phenomenal. You won't miss Christmas cookies this year because you'll be making this banana bread and it will make your life complete. It is so good. Check out the recipe on tastefullygrace.com. You will not regret it.